decided to gift it right back on 3 different occasions. Cypriot losing his serve 3 times in that opening set. And you can't do that against somebody as good as Tsonga on this kind of surface. Baghdatis really fallen apart. All the unforced errors, 7 times as many as the winners. And it was the forehand that hurt him. And then how about second points, winning only 3 of 10. So really, Tsonga didn't have to do much. He only served 55% of first serves in the court, but he only dropped 1 point when he got the first serve in. And you just got the sense he didn't feel any pressure whatsoever in that opening set against Baghdatis.
Time. Second set. Yep. Love 15.
Nice pace on that forehand. So one of the best in the business, isn't it, when he's playing well? Speaking of which, Robbie Koenig has joined me in the commentary box. Doug Adler has departed. Welcome, Robbie.
Thanks very much, Jason. Afternoon, everybody. Beautiful day here in Shanghai. And we've got a stellar lineup as well. Not a bad appetizer before the main courses. Going with the 4 courses today.
30-15.
You did go with the 4 courses at lunch, or?
Well, you've got to stick with the order of play, right? Very important.
Didn't see you in the gym this morning.
Important that you have good symmetry.
Was it rest day today?
I like to have a lot of rest days. I must say, just over the years, it's very important not to overtrain. I've been using that as an excuse, buddy.
It's big serving. He's found his rhythm. And playing well now. It's a decent pace and, of course, nice and accurate. And he's dominating this match now. It leads by a set and 1 game to love.
Yeah, and when you serve well, it just lays such a good foundation to work off of, and that's exactly what Joe Wilfred's been able to do so far today. 58% of the first serves have been unreturned, so a lot of free points, and it allows him to really go about focusing on his return games and put a lot of pressure on Baggy. And you can see Baggy's not winning a whole lot of free points, so only 25% of his first serves are unreturned, so he's getting bogged down in these long baseline rallies with Joe Wilfred. And from the back of the court, Tsonga's been dominating proceedings.
15.
was caught that from Benoit Paire.
It's contagious, isn't it?
We saw his match yesterday against his fellow countryman, and there was a whole host of terrible drop shots.
Yeah, why not just go with your tried and tested inside-out forehand? It's one of the best in the business.
Here's a quick question for you on the drop shot.
Yes.
Because I had this discussion with a guy that I help a little bit called Duncan Sterling,
Yep.
back home in England. Loves the drop shot.
Okay.
And I refuse to allow him to use it in a situation like that. It's good serving. Because I say the same thing. Why not go with your strength, play the forehand inside out, and then look to sneak in. That's how you're going to win the vast majority of points. And he said, yeah, but what about a little bit of variation? But I'm saying, you've got to do the basics well before you start thinking about variation. What are your thoughts on using the drop shot in a situation like that?
Very sparingly. You know, I'm talking about, when he's talking about variation, again, I'd like to know what his percentages are, but I'm talking like 95-5.
That's what makes me laugh.
Assuming Duncan can at least volley a little bit, then why not play to your strengths? Hit the inside out. There's about an 80% chance you're going to win the point anyway from that position. You cover the right angles at the net. See if the opponent can come up with a tough pass. So much more can go wrong when you play the drop shot.
My point precisely. That's a poor approach. You've got to come in inside out there. Got to do a little more with that. It's his favourite shot. So again, Tsonga's probably thinking there, okay, time for me just to vary it a little bit. But if you're going to come into the forehand, you've always got to be able to try and cover that shot. But of course, you can't, because you've got to cover the line initially. You've got to follow the ball. And it leaves that relatively simple shot for your opponent to make time and time again. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Players love hitting a really good drop shot, but it happens 1 in 20. But this view of variation is a very interesting one that you've brought up, 95-5. I'm very similar, talking about, you know, a ratio of at least 4-1 there, 5-1. Whereas guys are thinking all the time, I've hit it once, now I've got to vary it. You know, and you've got to go there 3, 4, 5, 6 times. It's a vast majority. It's only variation if you've done something else enough for it to be variation.
Exactly.
It's very important when you're working on patterns of play, thinking about your game plan, how effective it is.
We'll have to invite him to one of our bespoke tennis clinics and give him 2 hours of the finest coaching, put him straight.
He's a big tennis fan. He's over in New York, watched the semi-finals and the finals there. And I did set him up with a little hit with Miles McLagan, funnily enough, while we're out here. And Miles, of course, used to coach Marcus Baghdatis. So he's in good hands. 2 break points here. Good depth.
30-40.
Wow, poor shot.
Maybe the drop shot was a good option after all. It's exactly what Duncan's saying right now.
Horses down during the fourth.
Well, Baghdatis again gifted another break. He now leads 2-1.
Not during that song. Messi. Love 15.